Hey guys, welcome back to the Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter board game review. Today's game up on the tabletop is called Visions. Visions is by Neobite Games. It is for 1 to 5 players. You can play the single player mode or 2 to 5 player mode. It's about 60 to about 120 minutes, so 1 to 2 hours, and about 12 and up to play the game. In the game, you're playing as the Yates family who has been cursed, and you're trying to figure out why. Now, in order to do so, you need to go through your heritage by looking at your ancestors, any lost jewels and treasures in the house, trying to find out which items are cursed and that kind of stuff, to figure out why this deadly curse is to fall on your family. Throughout the game, you're going to be placing time cards in order to gain certain bonuses to go on through your track, and as you go through your track, you're going to be gaining other bonuses, acquiring points throughout the game. Now, the objective, obviously, is to collect the most points by the end of the game, and if you can do that, you're going to win. Alright, well, let me go ahead and show you the game and how it's made up. Okay, so in the game Visions, you're going to acquire either a mat or something which you're going to be placing down to push all your cards down. You're going to be getting player tokens to indicate your score, as well as player boards, up to 5 of them, and with all different color cube to mark different locations on the board. For instance, you've got the heirlooms and the family and the houses and the door cards, and this is going to mark your starting positions for each of those different categories. As well as you're going to get 6 vision cards, which will come with a big deck of vision cards, as well as the different types of family cards, which will include either houses and so on and so forth. You're going to get this specific card that shows the power generator or whatever in the middle of the board, as well as you're going to be getting a bunch of different types of cubes. There are black, green, and white cubes. They're going to be placed on different cards throughout the game. Also, you're going to be getting a backside of all the cards, which will give you expanded content right here. Different expanded content, as well as some other little additional things, which is nice. And you're going to set the board up. And how you do that is placing all your points here, one of each of the family cards in the corners of this area here, the power card here in the middle. This card is the outer card that shows the matches for all these different outer areas are here. A score tracker, 5 different things here, which, like I said, you put them all down here, as well as making sure you have 6 cards to start with, and then you have these little nifty cards that will indicate bonuses you can get for points throughout the game. And that is the basis of all the different things you get in the game. Okay, so in Visions, after you've chosen who's going to go first, you're going to start off by drawing your 6 time cards here, and then you're going to play a time card in the slots that are available. There's 4, but they might be filled, and if so, you can only place your cards on the ones that are not filled. After that, you're going to see if you can gain any of the cubes allocated on the cards in the corners, or the card that represents all 4 of the outer edges of the board. And after that, you're going to adjust any cubes you've acquired. It's not only are you going to adjust any cubes you acquired on the vision card, which is right over here, and as it says on here, if you acquire a line in any order or a double line, if you can do that at the same time, you're going to get points. But you could also adjust your track over here. And when you adjust your track, there's going to be these little cubes that are marked on here. They're going to go up and down. You can actually remove points to gain, so you can remove 2 points on one track to gain 1 on another, and vice versa, and as well as a couple other things. But when you go ahead and adjust this track based on the points you're going to be getting from the cards, from your time cards, you're going to actually get bonuses. For instance, you can get 2 points as long as one of your cubes falls on this marker. You can move up on this bottom track over here when you get the 1M. You can also gain bonuses plus one of these guys here, or minus 3 cards on a space, which will allow you to use the cards on the board here a little easier to use them as opposed to discarding cards. Because you're going to be discarding cards in order to gain the benefits of certain cards if you need to. Then that just depends kind of on the card itself. Anyway, I know that sounds kind of confusing, so let me go ahead and show you what the game looks like, and I play a couple turns of the game so you get an idea of it. Alright guys, so now let's not confuse you. I'm going to explain the turns fairly easily so you can understand them. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your 6 cards, like I said before, and you're going to look at them. Now you're going to want to play a time card, and these are time cards right here. When you play them, you have to put them so that they face the middle location here. Basically, it powers them up so that you can then have them target any of these cards on the side here. After you've gone ahead and done that, then you can go ahead and collect from this card here. Now there's a little symbol over here in the corner which represents cards. So this here is 1, and in order to get another one right here, you have to discard a card. So I'll go ahead and discard this 1 card over here. We'll just put it right here as the discard pile. And now that's 2, so 1 and 2. If I would have done it here, it would have been 1 and then 2 more cards I'd have to discard. After you do that, you're going to collect the little the little stone here, and you're going to put it aside for a second. Then you're going to move up on the track. This means move up your track, and this is the door track. So you're going to go over to your card here and look at the different symbols. This is the door one. So you're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. After that, wherever the little cube lands is what you're going to do. If it's a blank, you do nothing. If not, like this one for instance, is going to give you 2 points. And this over here is the point tracker. So you're going to go up 1 and then 2. After you've gone ahead and done that, you can go ahead and place your little cube on your vision card, and you can place it on any little place you want. I would place them on the black here, because when you fill up all these different blacks, you're going to then, on your next one, after you fill these up, and on your next black one, you can simply move this up 1, and when you do so, you're going to get points. So for this one, it would be 1 additional point if you manage to fill up all of these, as well as for green and for white. Also to note, there's different amounts of point totals you can get on your turn if you score enough of the different cubes. So for instance, if you had a full line of cubes, that would give you 2 points. And if you had the full top and the middle row and a couple other ways, you can get 5 points. So you go ahead and place it just like that. The last thing you can do is adjust your track. Now, there's a couple ways you can adjust it. The first thing you can do is you can discard 2 cards if you wanted. You can discard 2 cards. And you can move up on the track, any one of them, up 1 space. Doing that, putting on this little card tracker here, means the next card you're going to power up with this symbol here is going to be 1 cost less, which is nice. Also, other than just discarding 2 cards for 1 up, you can actually trade points. So I can trade 2 points like that and gain 1 on any of these tracks here, so maybe I'll do that. Now, when I actually go back down, wherever this lands is another thing I can use. So this is another power-up I get. This is another -1 card. So for instance, now if I would have played this card on my next turn, then this would be, it wouldn't have to discard any cards at all, it'd be fine, which is really nice. After you've gone ahead and done that, the last thing you're going to do is draw 3 of these cards here, these little time cards. And if you have more than 9, you have to discard down to 9. Then you'll pass turn. The next player will get a turn, and he'll start looking. Now, he only gets to place on these locations here. Luckily, once a card here is powered, I can actually power to hit these cards here. Now, this card here represents all the cards here on the side. So if I wanted to, I could do this. Because this actually touches here, I could actually go out with this once. If I did that, I would simply take one of these and do this thing. But I'm not going to do that. We'll do something else. So instead, and I'm having to look at this backwards a little bit, but it's not too bad. I'll place this right here. Powers this. This says 3, so there's 1. I discard 2 more cards, just like that. Then I get to choose one of these stones. I'll choose the white one right here. Place it on my little, on the side here. And then it says, this actually is interesting because this tells you that you can select 2 random cubes here, just like this is black and this is white and this is green. The next thing is you get a simple single point. It's fairly simple, so the red just moves up 1 point just like that. After you've gone ahead and done that, you could, if you want, discard cards to move up the track. I only have a couple cards left, so I'm going to save this. You're going to place your stone on the vision card here. And I think that's all this person wants to do. So he draws his 3 cards, and he passes his turn. The next player gets their turn, and let's see, he'll place his, just like that. 1, and then 2, 3. All right, take a white. He places it over here. He goes up 3 for his door. 1, 2, and 3. He gains 2 points. And if he wants, he can discard 2 cards for a point, which he won't do. Instead, he'll go down -1, +1, giving him 2 -1s to the cards over here, making it a little easier for him. He'll place this here. He'll draw his 3 cards, and he'll pass his turn. And play will continue going clockwise. Now, if at any point this fills up, they all get removed, the time cards. If at any point any 3 of these family cards gets removed with all, they don't have any more of these little stones on, all of them get refreshed. Also, if, for instance, this one here has nothing on it and I will go to connect it again, this card gets replaced with a new one, and you get to draw a random, one of these things from the bag. And that's basically the idea of how the game goes. You're going to continue going throughout the game until somebody gets to 40 points, in which that player will win, and a couple little caveats, which I'll tell you about right now. Okay, so there's a couple caveats. Now, you do win at 40 points, but first of all, you're going to actually have another round after the 40 points are over, and then you're going to do a bunch of little things, which I'll talk about in a second, and then you're going to tally up all your points and see who's the winner. Also, whenever you want to play a card on the board, if there's no space, it's not open or available, you can actually place on top of another player's card, but you're going to have to discard an additional card as a cost in order to do so. All right, let me tell you a little bit about how the point tracker is going to work. Now, obviously, I have the map, but we're going to use this one as an example. As you see, there's going to be highlighted spots at the 20, 30, and 40 spaces. When you get to one of these specifically highlighted spots, you're going to do a couple things. The first thing is the losing player is going to choose a track on the board, on your player boards. That track is everybody is going to lose, except for him or her, lose 2 points on that track. Then he or she is going to gain that many points, the added up total, to that specific scoring track. If you can't do so as one of the winning players, you're going to actually suffer -2 points towards your game's total. Then every player is going to replace that specific the marker with a random cube, and the losing player is going to place one of their cubes onto the vision card, and they can place it anywhere they want, and everybody has to follow in suit. And now that space on the board, any of these 9 spaces here, is going to be filled up and cannot be used. After you go ahead and do that, you will continue taking rounds throughout the game, except for, like I said, on the 40 track, on the 40 point total, in which you only have one more round of the game, and then you're going to go ahead and score points. And that is basically how you play the game Visions. Alright, let me tell you what I think about it. Alright, so Visions by Neobright Games. Now, the first thing I can say about this game is it has a lot of manipulation. That's all this game is about. Placing down that time card, doing what it takes to access that specific card you want to getting those things, and then you're going to get this player board, and this player board is fun. Now, like I said, there's expanded content that you can do on the backside, as well as single player rules, which I'll let you discover on your own, but I'm just going to talk about this, because this is what I want to talk about. Going up and down those tracks, losing points, gaining points, and as you do so, you're going to get bonuses, all these different bonuses on the board. If you're up here, you can go down 2, down 2, down 2, and you can claim all the bonuses as you're upping these other tracks, giving yourself additional bonuses, which is really, really fun. Discarding cards to give you that one additional bonus point. And it works. The transition, it feels nice. The flow feels great. If manipulating this vision card here is really fun too as well. You're going to decide which pieces you want to fill in that puzzle. And if you fill it in too soon, you're going to get points, but you're not going to get as many points as you'd like, comparatively to the bottom here, which you gain 5 points by trying to make a full-on T or a cross. So that is interesting as well. So you gotta be aware that if you do fill in one of these and you can score, you must score. You can't simply continue along. You have to try and fill it in to the best of your ability, which makes it interesting too, because when you score from 20, 30, and 40 points, there's gonna be pieces that are gonna block you off, which could mess up your entire plan. Still, there also, when we first started playing this game with the vision track, the time cards on this whole crazy table, we thought it did all this chaining and stuff, which was fun and we enjoyed that. But this is a lot simpler. It's simply just placing them down, attaching them to make sure that they hit the middle of the board and one of the side cards, as well as if it does do that, you can actually trigger that from another card to hit the outer cards, which will give you one of the outer card rings. And it's nice. You're pulling cubes. It makes it a lot. It's very simple, very easy to understand. Once you get the game in your hands and you see how the time cards work, it flows, and you do feel like you're powering up to figure out what this curse is. Now, the theme came across a little bit, but for the most part, this is a huge manipulation game, and you're just trying to control the best of your ability your board and the board on the table, and stop your opponents from doing so as well. Also, being last place does give you a lot of benefits, and it does give you a lot of control in the game, and it lets you have the ability to get up in front of your opponents while dragging them back down towards your level, which is nice because it doesn't just give you this boost and say, oh, here's 30 points because you're doing poorly. It says, make up your own mind, try and make the right choices to where you can actually come back into this game. And if you don't, you're just going to slide back down into oblivion. So that is nice. You get that ability to come back, but you're still not winning. First place is still in first place, I mean. The quality of the game is great. I love the boards. I'm really excited to see. Like I said, this is all these games are prototypes I have here, so this is a fantastic prototype. The cards are nice. The different pieces here are great. Going across the board feels nice. I would definitely suggest getting the playmat if it doesn't come with the game. I'm not sure the Kickstarter is going to work, but I definitely would suggest it. It is brilliant, and I love the way it's set up. And I really, really like this game. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's definitely better the more players you have, but it does increase the time length of the game. So, that being said, you guys gotta make up your own minds, decide if you want to get the game. For me, this is a big plus, and I really highly suggest you check out Visions. Thanks for watching another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter board game review. If you like this game, go ahead and check out the rest of our videos here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment. It all helps, and we really, really appreciate it. Also, go ahead and check out Neobright Games, the game Visions. It is a fun game. I enjoy it a lot. I like the different manipulations that are involved in the game. Like I said, I keep talking about it, but really, it is so fun playing with this player board and manipulating exactly how you want it to go. So do go ahead and see what it's like. Maybe you like it, maybe you won't. But nevertheless, we appreciate you do go ahead and check this video out. Also, go ahead and check out unfilteredgamer.com. We got tons of blog posts, giveaways, Kickstarter lists, and all of that, as well as checking out our affiliated sites, everythingboardgames.com, the giveaway Geek Dev Toast Gaming. They have good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Alright guys, that's it for this video, and once again, I look forward to seeing you next time.